So gonna actually play a little catch up today and read August 24th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. So 4 days will be combined into this video. So let's get into it. So John Maxwell is the author. He's today's topic, or August 24th topic, was ask yourself, am I really teachable? And he says this: all the good advice in the world won't help you if you don't have a teachable spirit. To know whether you are really open to new ideas and new ways of doing things, answer the following questions. Am I open to other people's ideas? Do I listen more than I talk? Am I open to changing my opinion based on new information? Do I readily admit when I am wrong? Do I observe before acting on a situation? Do I ask questions? Am I willing to ask a question that will expose my ignorance? Am I open to doing things in a way I haven't done before? Am I willing to ask for directions? Do I act defensive when criticized, or do I listen openly for the truth? If you answered no to one or more of these questions, then you have room to grow in the area of teachability. Remember the words of John Wooden. Everything we know, we learned from someone else. And that's from John's book, Talent is Never Enough. And he finishes that page with, soften your attitude, learn humility, and remain teachable today. All right, so moving over to August 25th. And the topic for that day was focus on the big picture. On an October evening in 1968, a group of die-hard spectators remained in Mexico City's Olympic Stadium to see the last finishers of the Olympic marathon. More than an hour before, Mamo Wolde of Ethiopia had won the race to the exuberant cheers of onlookers. But as the crowd watched and waited for the last participants, it was getting cool and dark. It looked as if the last runners were finished, so the remaining spectators were breaking up and leaving when they heard the sounds of sirens and police whistles coming from the marathon gate into the stadium. And as everyone watched, one last runner made his way onto the track for the last lap of the 26-mile race. It was John Stephen Akwari from Tanzania. As he ran the 400-meter circuit, people could see that his leg was bandaged and bleeding. He had fallen and injured it during the race, but he didn't let it stop him. The people in the stadium rose and applauded until he reached the finish line. As he hobbled away, he was asked why he had not quit, injured as he was, and having no chance of winning a medal. My country did not send me to Mexico City to start the race, he answered. They sent me to finish the race. Akwari looked beyond the pain of the moment and kept his eye on the big picture of why he was there. Are you making the success journey? As you are making this success journey, keep in mind that your goal is to finish the race, to do the best you are capable of doing. And that's from John's book, Your Roadmap for Success. And he finishes with this: be more than just a racer today, be a finisher. All right, so moving over to August 26th, because I was out of town. So that title is Make Some Introductions. And John Maxwell says this. What's going on? Hey, thanks for checking this out. He says, my dad, Melvin Maxwell, has done many incredible things for me during the course of my life. One of the things that impacted me most was introducing me to great men. As a teenager, I met Norman Vincent Peale, E. Stanley Jones, and other exceptional men of the faith. And because I had declared my intention to go into the ministry, my father asked these preachers to pray for me. I can't express in words what that did for me. Today, I am often in a position to do for others what my father did for me. I love introducing young people to my heroes. I love helping people make business contacts. There are often times when I meet someone, and as we talk, it just hits me. I need to introduce this person to so-and-so. That can mean walking somebody across the room, making a phone call on his or her behalf, or arranging a meeting. Several years ago, I was talking to Ann Byler, the founder of Auntie Anne's, the pretzel company, and she mentioned in passing that Chick-fil-A's founder, Truett Cathy, was one of her heroes. Since I knew Truett, I offered to introduce them to each other. I hosted a dinner party for them at my house, and it was a great night. Please don't get the impression that you have to know someone famous to help others in this area. Sometimes it's as simple as an introduction or introducing a friend to one another or one business associate to another. Just make connections. Be the bridge in people's relationships with others. And that's from John Maxwell's book, 25 Ways to Win with People. He finishes that section with create a relational bridge for someone today. And so if we finally get to August 27th, that's today's, Leaders push boundaries. People are trained to follow rules from the time they are kids. Stand in line, do your homework, put your hand up to ask a question. Most rules are good because they keep us from living in chaos, and most processes are governed by rules. You drop a brick from a second-story window, and you know it's going to fall to the ground. You forget to place the order for office supplies. It's basically having the discipline follow through with the rules you set for yourself. But to move beyond management, you have to learn to think outside the box. Leaders push boundaries. They desire to find a better way. They want to make improvements. They like to see progress. All these things mean making changes, retiring old ways and rules, inventing new procedures. Leaders are constantly asking, why do we do it this way? And saying, let's try this. Leaders want to take a new territory, and that means crossing boundaries. And that's from the 360-Degree Leader book by John Maxwell. You can pick up all his books. There's a link below this video. He finishes with today's August 27th topic. Don't be afraid to break with tradition in order to achieve progress. Look, this is the book that I'm reading from. I'm not sure, Railroader Steve, what that question means. But thank you, Nicholas, for the sub. I appreciate it. Hey, Divya, thank you so much for saying hello and checking it out. Prairie dogging. All right, man. Hey, winner circle, baby. All right. Appreciate you guys. Keep changing the world. Have an awesome day.